and the Snow College Badgers. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are part of a nationwide activity called Coaches versus Cancer. The week of January 23rd to 29th is what the National Association of Basketball Coaches has deemed suits and sneakers.
Okay.
This week, all basketball coaches across the nation are invited to take part by wearing sneakers with their suits as they coach in ball games. Since the formation of the Jimmy V Foundation, the foundation has been adopted by the coaches.
It's a real sacrifice to wear sneakers with your suit. Are we muted?
Jimmy Valvano was a member of the strength coach.
And welcome out here to E from Utah. I'm Ben Butler. Joined alongside me is the one and only Jacob Bateman. We got a great game ahead of us tonight, folks, as the visiting team, Colorado Northwestern Spartans, coming into town to play against the home team of Snow College Badgers. And we are just about to set to tip off as starting lineups are underway. Walk us through tonight's game, Jacob.
Well, this is going to be an exciting one as the starting lineups are announced. Well, see, this is an important game for both teams. We got the top-ranked team conference with Snow College. They're 6-1 in conference play, 18-3 overall. And in order to stay atop, not far behind them, is Salt Lake Community College at 6-2 in conference play. So in order for Snow to stay atop of the conference, they have to keep winning, because the one seed would be huge going into the conference tournament, knowing that you would have that bye. But on the other hand, you got a CNCC team who's pretty pesky. They're 1-6 in conference. They're tied with Utah State Eastern for that last place in the conference. But we've seen from these teams before that they can compete with the big dogs, that they're not afraid of the top teams in the conference. And it will be interesting to see what happens here in Ephraim, as this is the second matchup between the teams. Snow coming off victorious in the first one.
Yeah, and as visiting teams know, when they come into Ephraim. Snow College is undefeated at home. They have yet to lose a game, so they got that to worry about as well, playing on the road against a very excellent Snow College team. As Snow College corrals the tip-off, as Hunsaker was looking for anyone to give to, and Jones has it. And Jones will dribble drive, and he will float one up, but gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Truman. And Hunsaker will get in the corner, and he'll drive it, he'll lay it up, and no good. And so early on is the Spartans getting a foul, and Zach Hunsaker will find himself at the charity strike with just under 30 seconds played here in the first half. And Hunsaker has such a nose to get to the free throw line, Jacob. He knows how to draw the foul. He puts himself in great positions to get the defender up and off of his feet. So Zach Hunsaker, with great athleticism, with a great nose, not from just behind the arc, but a great ability to get himself some freebies at the line multiple times a game.
Yes, he does, as he knocks in both free throws. Hunsaker with the new haircut, looking good and playing good.
You look good, you feel good.
So here's the offense for the first time for CNCC. We'll see what they try to work against this Badger defense.
So the possession will stay here with the Spartans. Shot clock going down, and they're going to get called for a travel. That is Andrea Blatancic on the travel. And almost poked away by the Spartans as they come now with a full court press. Brunel to Panner. Hunsaker will dish to Jones. Jones feeds it down to Brunel. Brunel had a good look underneath the basket, but just got himself too far underneath the basket, and that one is no good. So almost 2 minutes played here in the first half. Badgers lead 2-0 by Hunsaker's free throws.
Yeah, Brunel had the position on his man. He even had the mismatch as he was going against Jelon Jackson there. He had the height, just unfortunate miss as Jelon Jackson now answers on the other end with a three. What a pass from Hunsaker.
And Truman gets it up and to go. And that shot is up and no good, but on his own board, and it gets to go.
Blatancic again.
So Jackson early on, not even 3 minutes played here in the first half, has 2 fouls already. And that will send Hunsaker back to the line as he is able to cash in on the first attempt.
Four points for Zach Hunsaker, all 4 coming from the free throw line.
And no good on the attempt is Blancic.
Oh, look at Truman the other way going hard to the basket. Truman draws the foul.
So a lot of fouls early on here for the Spartans defense, and all the points really mainly coming from the charity strike for the Badgers. So 3 quick team fouls for the Spartans, and we haven't even played 3 minutes here in the first half yet. So if they continue to go the way that they're doing, the Badgers will have bonus and double bonus here pretty early on to continue on throughout the remainder of the first half.
And this is not what you want if you're CNCC. Having them go to the free throw line, exert their will. You're playing the top team in the conference here.
Oh, beautiful.
You've got to try to play as clean of a game as you can get.
And that is stripped away by Jackson to Panner. And that will go out of bounds on the Badgers. So the Spartans will retain possession. And great hands there by Jackson to steal the ball away from Panner, as Panner was looking to head up court and potentially get a fast break opportunity going for the Badger offense. We know how much this Badger offense loves to run the ball. They love the fast break opportunities, and that's great by Jackson to realize that and to keep his team in here on another offensive possession. And that is going to fall out of bounds as Timmons McKinney almost lost it out of bounds, but grateful for him. It went out on the Badgers. So 16 seconds here on the shot clock. Snow College up by 3, 8-5. McKinney to Jackson. And Jones is going to get called for the kick with 10 seconds here on the shot, 15 on the shot clock. McKinney gets it in, and to the paint was John Parker as he almost loses it, and that shot is up and no good by the Spartans. That was Parker Gillian, I believe, on the attempt, and that shot is up and no good by Truman, brought down by the Spartans. McKinney taking the screen from Murphy. Parker feeds it down to Murphy. Murphy working on Brunel. Jackson comes out, steps inside the 3, lets it go, no good. Here comes Panner. Gives it off to Hunsaker. Hunsaker kicks it back to Panner. Panner wanting to go back to Hunsaker. Hunsaker wasn't looking for it, but Brunel right there, right place to pick it up. Panner off the screen, steps in, lets it fly, rattles it down for 2.
You know, with Riley Panner, we see him coming off the ball screens a lot of the time to get his shots, and so it's good to see him, you know, one-step dribble drive, pull up, hits the jumper. He's got that overall game going for him.
That shot is up and good from deep is John Parker.
Ten to 8. John Jackson's been playing some tough defense, and there's A.J. Jones with the SWAT.
And Brunel on the other end takes it down and flushes it in with a 2-hand slam. And just like that, what could have been a tied game at 10, A.J. Jones with the great hustle back D gets the SWAT, and the fast break opportunity for the Badgers. Brunel throws it down for 2. 12-8, Badgers lead by 4, and we have a timeout on the floor. Up by 4 after that dunk by Brunel on the other end. After that, blocked by A.J. Jones on Jackson. Almost lost away is Devin Davis. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Davis working on Hunsaker. Davis will pull up and no good off the back iron. Cannot corral his own rebound. Here comes Bernil. Kicks it to Hunsaker on the trailer. No good. Short on the three, but Bernil gets it. Gives it off to Panner. Panner kicks it back to the corner for Bernil for three. Money.
Great sharing of the basketball. Riley Panner attracts that defense. You know, he's the shooter on the team. And so everyone started flocking to him when he got the ball, and he was, knew where the open man was, and Nate Brunel capitalized, finishing the play.
Yeah, great offensive move. And first goes to Hunsaker. Hunsaker misses it, but Brunel gets it, steps out to the corner, gives it off to Panner. And I love the offense, but here comes Murphy in the corner, answering back with a three of his own.
So CNCC able to answer back to these when it looks like Snow's just about to put together a run to put some distance between them. But so the Spartans keeping it close here in Ephraim so far.
Panner squares up for three, no good, far right. Border brought down by Clarence Evans. Murphy back to Bankwich as he cannot get the layup to go, but Davis on cleanup duty. Evans looking for the screen from Murphy. Murphy gets it in the post, tosses one up, and no good. Truman in there to take it down for the Badgers. Here comes Jones. Bernil finds, looking for Panner out on the perimeter. Panner was open. He had a clean look if he was able to get that, but just that pass was just a little too high of Panner's reach. But we have another timeout here on the floor. We'll take one as well. 12:55 here in the first half. Badgers lead by 4. And we are back, 12:55 remaining here in the first half. Badgers lead by 4. Evans bringing it up for the Spartans, taking the screen, working to his left. Feeds that down to the big fella, Chris Bell. Bell using the glass and gets it to go.
It's a good spark from Chris Bell off the bench. That's what you want to see if you are the Spartans, that bench production.
Oh, and Truman wide open in the corner, gets it to go.
Now for a big man, Blake Truman can hit that perimeter shot pretty dang good, and so if he's left that wide open, he's going to hit that more times than not.
Yeah, Chris Bell just got lost defensively and let Truman slip out behind him into the corner.
That's what, really makes this Badger team so dangerous, and what has helped them gain the top spot in the conference is, as you look at the players all on the court right now, they can all hit the three from the perimeter, but they can also, like Truman and Boxes, take it down inside. A.J. Jones loves to drive it in. And so pretty much all aspects are there, and so defensively you can never let anybody get lost, as it's going to come back to bite you. So now we see the shot clock tick down to 7 seconds.
And great move there by Clarence Evans with the shot clock winding down. Decides to take it himself and gets Jones up in the air and draws the foul.
Clarence Evans. This is the freshman, a redshirt freshman here for CNCC.
And Evans good on the second attempt.
Boxes wanted the pass. He was open down the court, but Panner just, the passing lanes weren't quite there for him. There's big old Nate Allen up in the middle.
And put it in, big fella. Nate Allen coming off the bench. High percentage shots for him off of the bench always.
And for a big guy, a lot of times you're looking for the big dunks and all that, but Nate Allen, he's just got this nice little soft touch. They're not going to count the basket. They say the foul is before the basket, so Hunsaker fouled on the play. But Nate, he's just got this nice little touch going off the glass for a guy who's 6'11". It's exactly what a coach dreams of.
Yeah, definitely keeps it simple.
Keeps it simple, but if you do the fundamentals correctly, everything else is going to come.
And Evans attacking the rim yet again as he gets tied up and fouled on the attempt. So Evans will head back to the charity strike. His last visit, he split a pair. But free throw is really going to be big for the Spartans throughout the course of this game, as they really need all the opportunities to score that they can get, because we've seen and they've watched and they've played against the Snow College team. They know how high-powered their offense is. They know how quickly they can score, especially from behind the three. So every time you got to go to the line, you got to take full advantage of these free points to keep yourself within this ball game.
Yes, they do. Makes 1 out of 2 of the free throws, and Boxes goes up high for the free throw. So Boxes playing that 4 position right now for the Badgers. Nate Allen at the 5.
And good dribble drive there by Boxes, as that is no good. But outlet to Murphy. But great defense hustling back by the Badgers to keep Murphy from taking it any further. Evans looking for anything. Evans will take it to his left. Drive again, and he...
Wow, soft touch off the glass there.
For a second there, I thought he got blocked or just overshot. I didn't see the net move.
Yeah, he had 2 Badgers there trying to block the ball, but Evans just kisses it off the glass, and now the seal by Nate, and Nate just too hard that time.
So Evans feeling it a little bit. Taking on Quinn Nielsen, drives right past him and dishes it off to Davis. So Evans coming off hot, drawing the defense to him, and able to find the wide open Davis and cuts the lead back to 1. And Hunsaker with a pretty drive. Up, down, and around on you as Hunsaker lays it in.
See, and you see that's what a leader does. The offense was struggling for Snow College. Things just weren't clicking. Hunsaker said, all right, guys, let's calm down. Let's take this into my own hands. Here we go. Just lays it up and in, gets the team recomposed. And here they are needing to stop. And they got it.
And that shot is no good by Bell. Here comes Boxes. Trying to look to kick it back out to Nielsen, but it's deflected out of bounds. And the Spartans making a few substitutions into the game. For the Spartans comes Blinkich and Parker back into the game.
Yeah, Blancic had he was doing pretty good there at the beginning of the first half, as we see the throw-in to Nate Allen, and he finishes.
And that's just textbook. Nate Allen, physical-wise, a lot bigger than his man on that inbound play. Gets position, just lob it over his head and just let the big boy go to work. Oh, what a beautiful pass by Evans to Blancic. So Evans really being the offensive caboose, really, for the Spartans here coming in about middle of the first half. And Nate Allen gets it to go again.
Back-to-back baskets for Nate. He's now got 6 points.
Evans looking for the screen, picked up by Hunsaker.
Snow needing a stop, but CNCC has been doing well, working as a team, making cuts away from the ball and finding the open man, and they get the stop as a travel is called there on Blatanich.
And he's not happy about that call. He's mad that Nate Allen wasn't giving him enough room. He thought he may have got bumped. But with that, we have a timeout on the floor. Just under 8 minutes left to play here in the first half. Badgers up by 5. And we are back. Quinn Nielsen seeking to inbound it for the Badgers, as the Badgers have a 5-point lead, just under 8 minutes left to play here in the first half. Officials over at the scores table talking it over. Not exactly sure what there is to discuss. And we got set to play. Nielsen into Hunsaker. Evans picking up Hunsaker.
Romaine drives in hard. Romaine seeing his first minutes.
And Allen, a workhorse underneath the paint.
And that's exactly what you want to see if you're the Coach Nielsen and the coaching staff at Snow College. Nate's got the height, and so when you go up, you keep that rebound, you keep the ball high on those rebounds. Don't bring it back down, and you're not going to allow CNCC any opportunity to strip it from you. So there's Nate again, just reaching those arms up, staying up high with the ball.
And Parker gets robbed in the corner as that ball was down and out. But Parker on the defensive board, bringing it up. Cross courts it to Evans. Evans and Parker playing a little bit of pitch and catch. Davis picked up by Nielsen. 10 seconds on the shot clock. So we're gonna get a defensive foul on Quinn Nielsen for the Badgers. And that's kind of a heartbreak defensively. Your defense got the shot clock down to 10, but with that foul, the shot clock will reset.
Yeah, so got to recompose yourself, look for another stop if you're Snow College. But
Evans spinning to the hoop, but here comes Nielsen stealing it away. Evans almost taken away from Hunsaker. Hunsaker, no good to the rack, but
they're going to call foul there on Chris Bell, and Hunsaker, he's just kind of got that it factor about, first off, knowing where the ball is and also knowing where the defenders are. I thought that ball was going to potentially be stolen on that push, that forward pass up ahead to him, but Hunsaker just sensed the defender there, put his body in between him and the CNCC player, and was able to, now he's at the line shooting free throws. So now Zach has 7 points here in the first half, but CNCC still hanging with that top-ranked team in the conference. Snow College beat them by about 30 points when they went up to their place just this past fall. This past couple weeks ago, not fall. But anyways, it's been proven to be a pesky test for the Badgers this evening here in Ephraim. Nate calling for it. Now they feed it down to him. Nate looking to do some work, and he just does just that.
And Nate Allen, I believe that is makes 10 points for him in the game, and he is the leading scorer for the Badgers.
Yeah, big offensive production for Nate. There's just not an answer so far by CNCC for the big man, as it's Quinn with another steal.
But I like the idea. I love the double team trap at the baseline, using the baseline as an extra defender. Come away with the steal. I love the idea by Nielsen to throw it up court. But just unfortunately, there was no Badgers streaking in that area. Evans up to Blankich, and Blankich is fouled behind by Boxes.
Yeah, Boxes is a little bit frustrated right now. He hasn't been getting the shots that he wants, and he's had a couple fouls called on him. The frustration's showing a bit. He's got to get his composure back. You're still early on in this game. Plenty of time to get your game going. Blantonich, on the other hand, starting to develop into a nice game now. 6 points.
And Allen just muscles his way in there for the board. Here comes Nielsen. Beautiful pass to a streaking Romaine as he takes it out of the rack and gets it to go down. Here comes Evan on the other side, attacking the rim. But they're going to call a foul before the shot.
(33-23). Snow now here in this last 5 minutes. If they can distance this, just take like a 14-point lead into halftime, they got to be feeling pretty good about. That's where you expect it to be here if you're the Badgers. So now they're starting to get stops on the defensive end, and the offense is starting to flow as well. We'll see if they can keep it rolling. On the other hand, CNCC, you gotta find an answer for Nate Allen.
Yeah, Nate Allen just having his way down low, as that is his 12th point of the first half, and he is just having complete dominance down there. But on the other end is John Parker from the corner with the 3, and that's a big-time shot, cutting this lead back to 9 points.
Yeah, Parker is showing he's a threat from the perimeter, Ben. Parker now has 2 baskets, both of them 3s, and they've been off of quick off-the-ball screens, just catching it. And there's Big Nate once again, just powering his way to the hoop.
And if you're Chris Bell, you're wondering, what can I do more? I had the body on him, but Nate Allen just takes one dribble, bounces into Chris Bell, backs him off of him a little bit, and creates enough space to step back and shoot it.
And stolen away by Boxes. Good move by Boxes, coming over, realizing there wasn't a defender, and just reaching his hand in on the backside.
And Murphy got a little too carried away, trying to move without the ball, resulting in that turnover.
Let's see if they give the ball back to Nate here.
And
they don't, but Romain Lugier hits the three, and I think Nate was a little bit tired. He didn't seem to be calling for the ball as he had in the past few possessions, so I think he was looking for a little bit of a break there on that offensive stand.
And Chris Bell is going to have a chance to get back in Nate Allen, but the double team by Romain is working out.
Yeah, it was almost put. That was Romain poked it away. It's going out of bounds. It's going to stay with CNCC, but I think Chris Bell is in such a, I guess, mental battle right now with Nate Allen. He was zoned in on Nate and didn't realize the Badger defender's coming in, so he's just lucky that the Spartans still have the ball here for another opportunity to score. They're going to call the foul on Zach Hunsaker as Clarence Evans was driving in.
And that shot is no good by Evans. Just under 3 minutes left to play here in the first half, and really the Badgers have really stretched the lead out throughout the course of the last few minutes, all because of the good play by Nate Allen, as he has 14 points, the leading scorer for the Badgers.
And you have 14 points, 14-point lead. Nate comes in off the bench, provides that big of a spark, and that's the whole difference right now in this game. Just going with the zone as usual when Big Nate's in the game.
Here comes Bell from behind the arc, and he will not catch rim on that attempt. And into the game for the Badgers is Soley taking out the spot of Nate Allen, and Nate Allen gets a standing O from the bench for his high top performance with 14-point lead, and 14 points for himself. And we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. And we are back, approaching 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. The Spartans find themselves down by 14.
Yeah, it's been kind of a methodical way the Badgers have been able to build this 14-point lead. It hasn't jumped out at you. In fact, that when I looked up the scoreboard and realized it was 14 points, it kind of surprised me. It was just like that, one basket at a time. Just keep going in. The shot clock's been being milked down, drive in, lay it up, and then, get a stop on the other end. So it's just slowly been building up for Snow College. And here's Riley Panner looking to make it 15.
I really like how you mentioned how they've gotten this lead here, Jacob, because usually when you watch teams and they go on runs, it's usually because of multiple three-pointers for either team, and those three-pointers really jump out at you. Like, it's tied game, then like three quick three-pointers, and already you're up by 9. But like you said, they've really been pounding the post game, and little by little they've just been building this lead. as Davis puts that up and no good, brought down by Truman. Hunsaker attacking the rim. Tries to dish that off to Sully, but no good.
Yeah, the pass was just a little too soft. You need a little more heat on that to get it past the defender. So they're going to count the basket and a foul for Blontanich.
So Blontanich really, the name that really stands out offensively for the Spartans offensively throughout the first half.
Yeah, he's got 8 points so far, leading scorer for the Spartans. John Parker with 6, 2 threes for him, and then you got Clarence Evan with 4, John Jackson 3, Markel Murphy with 3.
Blontanich no good on the attempt, but brought down by the Spartans, so they'll have an opportunity with 1 minute remaining here in the first half to help cut into this deep deficit that they find themselves in. Blontanich working on Sully, gets him up in the air and gets it to go. So 4 quick points for Blontanich.
Yeah, he's now got 10.
Truman squares up from the corner and money.
He loves that corner, Ben. Those corner shots are his money shot, as you mentioned. 10 points now for Blake Truman.
And that 3-point up is no good by John Parker.
But it went out of bounds off of Riley Panner as he was trying to get the rebound. I don't think he was expecting the air ball, so it threw him off. Ball bounced off of him. So 18 seconds left on the shot clock, 31 seconds on the game clock.
And into the game for the Badgers is Jake Bailey. Bailey on Blontanich. Blontanich working his way, spins off of Bailey. Beautiful move by Blontanich to roll off of Bailey.
Yeah, Blontanich now with 12 points. Just, you know, we had the big man of Nate Allen asserting his will, and Blontanich asserts his will in the paint in a different sort of way. He's quick in there. He's got the spin move, and so Blontanich with his quickness and athleticism able to get some points here.
And Hunsaker beats the game clock to end the first half, and the Badgers have a commanding 49-32 lead heading into halftime. And so with that, we'll head to halftime. We'll have a Badgers Spotlight of the Week with you here on Snow TV, and following that, look up the halftime stats, and we'll be right back with you in 15 minutes.
Welcome back here on Snow TV. I'm Jacob Bateman, joined here by Harley Hansen today for our Badger Spotlight of the Week. Harley, it's great to have you in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're excited. So Harley, you're the starting point guard on the team, and we've seen you do some damage out on the court. But first off, this is the Badger Spotlight, so we want to know who Harley really is. So Harley, where do you come from?
So I live on a farm out in West Weber, Utah. I went to Fremont High School out in Plain City. I grew up rodeoing, and I show animals at the fair.
Wow.
So yeah.
How'd you get into basketball then?
I've been playing my whole life, so.
Just something that came. Is it something with your family, or you just?
Yeah, I have a lot of extended family who plays basketball, so guess it rubbed off on me too.
The farm girl went the basketball way. Well,
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you're pretty good out on there on the court, but how did you end up coming here to Snow College?
So actually, Coach Russell coached at Bonneville High, and we played them a couple times in our high school season. And I really liked how he ran his program, and I saw that he got the head coaching job here. So I emailed him, and I was like, hey, I'm interested in Snow, and it worked out.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So, but I got to ask you, so you played against Coach Russell's team in high school. Did you guys win most of the time? How'd things go?
Most of the time they beat us.
They beat you guys?
Yeah.
All right. Well, now you just joined forces with them.
Yeah.
Well, good, good. And so things out, this is a very new team, all new players except for Mikkel this year. And you guys, we're now entering conference play. You've played everyone at least once. Now you're going on the second round. And you had a little bit of a rough start, losing 2 big games to Salt Lake and CSI, but came back and won 3 in a row. So, I guess what was the attitude of the team after the 2 losses, and then what changed to where the wins started to come?
We just knew that we had to buckle down on D and execute our plays better, and then we've been doing that, and it's helped us a lot.
Awesome. And so is that because we saw College of Southern Idaho, who beat you guys by over 20 points in your first meeting, and then you came back and won by around 10, pretty much dominated the whole game. It was never really in question. Was that the defense that changed?
Yeah, and then we executed offense a lot better than we have, so it's been helping us. So, yeah.
Well, you guys definitely look like you're in contention for the conference. So what's like the team's goals now moving forward?
Honestly, we're just focusing on defense and getting stops, and then our offense will come once we get stops.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you guys. You play USU Eastern on Thursday, right? And then back home again on Saturday.
Yep.
All right. Well, good luck. Thanks for coming in, Harley.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. And now here's a few highlights from a few games that Harley played in this past week.
And we are back here in Ephraim, Utah, the beginning of the second half. Snow College 49, Spartans 32.
Yeah, we saw Snow College start to distance themselves from CNCC as we expected, but they did it in a way that they normally don't, as we see Jalon Jackson hit that three. But Snow College actually only hit 4 3-pointers the whole half. And normally when you see that for Snow, you're going to think, oh, they must be in a tight game or they might be losing. But it's the other way around. They went inside, points in the paint, came abundantly for Snow College, and that's how they did it.
Yeah, especially from the big offensive efficiency from the big man Nate Allen, as he just had his own way in the post all night long, especially against Chris Bell. Matching up and about the same height and same size, but Nate Allen just a lot bigger than Chris Bell is. Chris Bell is more tall, more lengthy. Nate Allen is just a lot bigger, and that's why Nate Allen's just been able to have his way and just muscle his way through Chris Bell time and time over again throughout the first half. And Nate Allen, the big reason for this big lead is A.J. Jones takes that up and then gets his first 2 points of the ball game.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Nate Allen, he had 14 points in 9 minutes there for the Badgers, but overall the Badgers had 21 points off the bench. And we saw this was a tight game until the bench came in, Ben, and so the bench just thriving right now for Snow College, showing their depth and scoring 21 points there in the first half.
And Hunsaker gets that to go. Gets a 2-pointer to go. Toe was on the line. But just like that, the Badgers have now stretched their lead to 20 points, 55-35. And that shot by Jackson rims out. Here comes Jones. Jones looking for a cut of Truman. But Jackson stands his ground and draws the offensive charge on Jones.
Yeah, Jackson has a lot of energy here coming out in the second half. Hit that three. Another three went in and out, but he's up, down, defensively and offensively all over the court. Trying to bring a spark here to the Spartans.
Yeah, Blankic, really the main offensive contributor for the Spartans in the first half, as that three is put up by Parker and he gets it to go from beyond the arc. So a deep three by Parker finds the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, CNCC, Parker's a threat from deep, as we see Riley Panner with the miss, but now Parker has 9 points, all of them coming off threes.
And that's a great hustle there by the Spartans, especially by Markeel Murphy to sacrifice his body to get a butt. Also by Brunel to dive down and tie that ball up as well. And so with Brunel's hustle, what could have been Spartans possession will be Badger possession from the hustle of Brunel jumping on top of the ball of Murphy. Hunsaker working to his right, attacks the rim, and he gets it.
13 now for Zach. Just so consistently, night in and night out, produces for Snow College.
And that shot is up and no good by Murphy.
Here's Brunel. Oh, baby, Nate Brunel with the hammer dunk.
And Nate Brunel coming on the backdoor alley-oop and just throws it down with confidence and full force, right-handed dunk. And so with that, we got a timeout. Not much going for the Spartans coming into halftime, but a lot going here for the Badgers. And we got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. And we are back here in Ephraim after that monster dunk by Nate Brunel as he took it from the backdoor alley-oop and slammed it down with force with his right hand and causing the quick timeout by the Spartans as nothing is really going for them offensively coming into the second half.
And you know that the starters right now for Snow College are playing fresh as Truman hits another three. And now the threes start to fall for the Badgers, but they look fresh with their legs, and you can thank the bench, because in the first half the bench put in big minutes, really helped the Badgers. And so now the starters here in the second half, as the starters for CNCC look a little bit more worn down. You got a fresh group of starters, first a little bit worn down, and it is all Snow College here early on.
Jackson on the step back on Jones off the back iron. Here comes Hunsaker, got Panda to his right. Kicks that back out. And that's stealing away by Jackson, gives it up to Murphy. Hunsaker trying to trace him down, but Murphy throws it down.
Yeah, Murphy showing he can climb the ladder as well. Brings it back within 22. And it's still, you still can't count anybody out. We saw in our earlier game, CNCC upset the Lady Badgers as Purnell was going for flying high again for another dunk. But they went on a 30-6 run to distance themselves after being down by 13. And so basketball, anything can happen.
And back-to-back stops for the Spartans as Blankich on that last possession for the Spartans was able to get the tip to go. So Murphy working on Brunel, pops and stops, and no good as Truman is on the board. Jones taking it to the rack, no good. Looking out the outlet to Blankich. And he will Euro step across the pin, lays it in with his left.
Bontanich now 16 points. He is the bright spot for CNCC here this evening.
We're going to get a push off on Zach Hunsaker.
Yeah, they're going to say he just leaned in to the Spartan defender there, creating some distance for that shot. Says, that's a call that normally goes uncalled because the arm was not extended, but now a timeout's called on the floor, and so we're going to take one as well. Snow College up by 18 here in Ephraim.
And we are back. Snow College having complete dominance over this game as they have an 18-point lead over the Spartans. Murphy picked up by Renil Evans. He had the hot hand late in the first half as he is questioning to put up the three, but here comes Davis working to his left. Davis will float it up and good.
Good move there by Davis. He had two defenders around him and still just able to float that one up and in, showing he's got a little bit of touch.
Panda with the cross court trying to find Brunel above the rim.
Yeah, they were going for the alley-oop there, and Murphy just he knew he was beat, held Nate Brunel down, and so, they're not going to say it was a shooting foul because it was off the pass, so A.J. Jones will inbound it.
Jones picked up by Davis. Jones finds Truman underneath the basket, double team, but kicks it back to Vernil as he gets it to go. So Nate Vernil now with 11 points. 4 of those points coming from monster dunks. Evans calling for the screen. Back out to Murphy. Murphy's going to take it himself and cuts through the defense, and that rims in and out. Hunsaker crossing over Evans and gets it to go.
Pretty move by Zach Hunsaker. Everything just was so smooth on that. Not much you can do to stop a move like that.
Just laws the defender to sleep and then just pulls up. Evans going to square the toe for 3. All rims in and out. Panther across court to Jones, back to Truman. Truman for 3. Money.
Blake Truman is on fire. That's 4 threes he's hit. I don't know if he's missed one yet. I think it might be 4 for 4 from the perimeter.
Davis trying to take on Panther, but Panther pokes out away, and here comes Jones with it. Looking ahead to Vernil. Vernil cross court to Hunsaker. Hunsaker for 3. Bang!
Snow College just starting to assert its will and its dominance. And now as they push the lead to 72 to 46, everything clicking on all cylinders right now for the Badgers.
And I don't know what much you can do defensively for the Spartans. In the first half, it was all the post game, and now in the second half, it's all the perimeter game. And there's a quick timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. Snow College all here in the second half. And we are back out of that timeout as CNCC is trying to find any way to get on the board and trying to find any way to stop the Badgers offensively, because Blake Truman and Zach Hunsaker are really heating up from behind the arc, especially Blake Truman, as he is, 4 for 4 from behind the arc now in today's game?
Is, yep.
So Truman
he
decides to take, and it shows, Blake Truman had his eyes set on throwing that down with a two-handed jam, but he got fouled on the drive, so Truman will have to earn these 2 from the charity strike.
Yeah, Blake Truman showing, hey, I don't just play patty cake around the perimeter, but I can go hard in the paint as well. That was 16 points as Blake. Make it 17 for Truman.
And good hands by Riley Panther to knock that ball off of John Parker. Jones bringing it up against Evans. Jones to Panna, picked up by Parker, trying to find Truman, finding Hunsaker in the paint as he takes the bump and puts it down.
20 points now for Zach.
And Evans trying to draw the foul, no good there. Truman on the board, Jones looking to push it. Kicks it to the corner, finds a trailing Hunsaker for three. Money!
Can the man be stopped? Zach Hunsaker has come alive here in the second half for 14 points. 23 in total in the game.
And beautiful find, but stripped away by Truman. Here comes Jones again, finds Panner. Panner will kick that, looked to the corner, but fought twice on the pass.
Yeah, Riley Panner and Boxes just kind of got caught up there being by each other on the fast break, which killed it.
Truman finds himself open for three again and buries it.
There's 5 for 5 for Blake Truman.
And Blake Truman's going to get called for the foul as Jackson Barlow was taking Truman to the rack. Barlow's good on that one, and into the game comes Nate Allen, and out of the game is Blake Truman.
And I would say if you're CNCC, you'd be breathing a sigh of relief with Blake Truman out of the game, but we saw Nate Allen and the damage he did in the first half, so it's just exchanging one problem for another for the Spartans. A man who can hit on the perimeter for a man who can muscle his way inside.
That was good hands by Murphy on that steal, but Hunsaker hustling him back and causing the contested shot on Murphy.
There's a foul called on the floor. They're going to hit Riley with the foul away from the ball. I didn't see what happened to Sain. He's pushing on a defender, extending his arm too much. Pushing on a offensive player. So Riley checks out. Romain Logier checks back into the game.
Double team by Romain and Hunsaker in the corner, but able to get out of that. And
yeah, it was Timmons McKinney there with the basket. He's going hard in the paint there. Nate Allen's going to get called for the foul, his first of the game. So Timmons McKinney with the basket and a chance to complete the three-point play. Hunsaker's going to take a rest, and into the game comes Quinn Nilsson. So well-deserved and earned rest by Hunsaker. Did his damage here in the second half. Don't know if we'll see him again as the free throws miss. Nate Allen goes up high for the rebound. A.J. Jones was trying to feed Boxes there.
doing good move by Blankic to pump, to fake to the left and drive it in there and draw the foul on Nate Allen and earn himself 2 at the charity strike.
On the scoreboard, it's showing as Nate Allen's 4th foul, but I don't think that's right. When I was showing that it should be his 2nd foul. 4 fouls, that'd mean 1 more and he's out. Now this is showing 5, that means he's fouled out. I think that we've got troubles going on with the scoreboard here. There we go. 2 fouls for big number 33.
And he gets that to go. 82 to 51 for the Badgers. Nate Allen showing some range, and he gets that to go.
The big man can hit on the perimeter. How about that? So that's point number 16 for Nate.
And Chris Bell's going to try his luck with Allen, and he gets that to go. Nice little turnaround jumper. Here comes Nielsen working on Jackson, and Jackson gives him a bump, and Jackson takes it away. Here comes Jackson against Jones, trying to feed it to streaking Spartans, but Jones, right place, right time, and Nate Allen lobs it up there, and it is good. Romain Lucier on the attempt and gets it to go, gets himself an and one opportunity.
Yeah, Nate Allen not exactly known for his passing, but that time showing, you know, he saw the open man, knew his shot wasn't the best one to take, gave up to Romain, and great job by Romain keeping his body composure, finishing at the hoop even with the contact.
And Romain, old school style 3 points, 87-53 for the Badgers.
It's 8 points for Romain now. Bench continuing to produce for Snow College.
Bell almost has that popped away, double team.
They're going to call the foul, I think, on Romain. I'm not sure where Bell was trying to throw that ball, though. The double team definitely forced the bad pass, but Romain bumped him, and so Romain gets called, and that's his first foul.
McKinney to Davis, almost thrown away by Nielsen. Into the corner, and that is up and no good. Shot attempt by Murphy is just short from the corner.
You know, to me right now, Ben, it almost looks like CNCC is playing scared, or a little bit tentative as we see Nate Allen with that basket. But like their passes are just soft, a little bit hesitant, and it's giving Snow College every opportunity to steal these passes, get a hand on it, swap the ball, because it's just these soft, and you know they're showing where they're going to pass the ball, not really knowing where to go or what to do to penetrate this Badger defense.
Murphy taking it to the rack, and Murphy's going to get fouled. So with just a little over 7 minutes left to play in the ball game, Snow College 89, CNCC 53, as Markel Murphy has an opportunity to get some free ones at the charity strike as he gets the first one to go.
And Nate's going to check out of the game. Jake Bailey in for Nate. So I'm not sure if we'll be seeing Nate again, but Nate now 18 points.
And that shot is up and no good by Boxes, but scrambling for it is Jake Bailey as he is tied up, and a little bit of scruffle down. And Chris Bell and Jake Bailey getting a little tussle there.
Yeah, Chris Bell, Jake Bailey had the ball down at the bottom of the pile, and Chris Bell, he must have done something to upset Jake, because Jake suddenly, he seemed just fine, and then Jake suddenly just Jake just like kind of jerked around like someone was trying to do something to him. I didn't see what was going on, and then a little bit of scuffle starts to go down between Jake Bailey and Chris Bell, and luckily refs got that one broken up before anything escalated.
So they're going to call a double technical on Jake Bailey and Chris Bell. So both those technicals will offset.
Yeah, 89 to 55, refs are talking this over to the coaches. Both teams went to the benches. Coaches talked with them. And hopefully things calm down, both on and off the court. So it'll be Spartan basketball off of the jump ball.
Correction, technical fouls on number 32, Timothy Finney. And number 22, Roman Moses for matches.
So Jake Bailey did not get the foul. They're correcting it. They went on Romaine Boxes, which makes sense. Bailey didn't really do much. It was when Boxes saw his teammate under distress. Boxes is the one who stepped up, got involved a little bit in the extracurricular activity. And I think Coach Nielsen makes a wise move here by taking Jake Bailey out of the game, letting things calm down, putting Sully in.
So Davis in the inbound. Just under 7 minutes left to play here in the ball game. It has been all Snow College all game. And Soley gets that board as he gives it off to Jones. Jones looking to push it. He's going to kick it out to the corner as that three-pointer is up and no good, as Romaine is unable to get that to go.
And the foul's going to be called Romaine on the loose ball, and so I think that's going to send CNCC now in the bonus to the free throw line. So Chris Bell will be shooting these free throws. Chris Bell with 4 points.
And Bella gets both those to go. So into the game for the first time tonight, we see Daniel Nyman getting his first minutes of the game. And as Box is trying to feed the ball down to Soley, just a little bit too out of his reach, as that ball will bounce out of bounds.
So looking ahead, things won't get any easier for Snow College, as on Tuesday they'll be taking on College of Southern Idaho. Now, College of Southern Idaho is in third place in the conference standings behind Snow College and Salt Lake Community College, but they're coming off a big upset of their own. They are the only team to have beaten Salt Lake here in, Snow College beat them once, but then we see Logier taking it to the hoop, but Southern Idaho did upset Salt Lake Community College, and so Southern Idaho also very much in contention here for the top spot in the conference play, so they'll have to turn right back around here on Tuesday night to face the Golden Eagles from Idaho.
And then following that game next Tuesday, I believe next Saturday, Jacob, they play against Salt Lake Community College here at home again. So 2 big region games coming up back to back for the Badgers in the next week, and a big opportunity for this Badger squad to get themselves on top of the region play by knocking out 2 really good teams. Here's Jones. Jones looking for a screen. He takes it from Soli. Looking for the alley-oop. Oh, Betsy! Romain Rougier comes out from the back corner and throws it down. And that was sure to get everybody here in the Horn Activity Center up and on their feet as Davis puts that up and no good, brought down by Rougier. Here comes Jones looking to attack the rim. Jones was looking to dish that off to Soli, but Jones is going to get fouled on the drive.
A.J. Jones so quick on the dribble drive, Ben. He just explodes into that paint, and if you're a defender, you don't know what to do, and bodies collide, the fouls happen, and Jones is at the free throw line.
And Jones connects with 2. So with the 4.5 minutes remaining in the ball game, Snow College 95, CNCC 58. Evans. And that shot is up and well short, but offensive board by the Spartans. Evans pump fakes, kicks it out to Davis. Davis was thinking the 3. He decides to drive himself and takes it and lays it in.
Yeah, that seems to be Davis's game, and I'm a little bit disappointed we haven't seen more of that, because every time he's gone right there in the middle of the paint, he's just able to, he's got a nice touch and just floating that ball up and in the hoop. So Davis there with the basket, he's now got 6 points. Oh, what a pass by Jones. And the finish from Romain.
And that gives Romain now 12 points in the day with extra free throw pending. And into the game comes Jake Bailey and Quinn Nielsen. And out goes A.J. Jones and Soli. Romain is good, but we're going to get called a lane violation, so they will waive the basket.
And they got boxes with that one.
And great feed as Murphy shows his athleticism and gets that to go. So great ball movement by the Spartans to find Murphy underneath the hoop. And Bailey taking it hard, and he throws it down for 2.
Yeah, Badgers are just having fun now, Ben. They are, look at this bench. The bench is on their feet. They are just loving this game as they, with the 30-point cushion, able to do a few things they might not normally do.
Jake Bailey, after that tussle with Chris Bell a few minutes ago, takes a seat on the bench for a few minutes, but comes out and very next possession goes up hard and throws it down, and Quinn Nielsen almost coming up with the steal for the Badgers, but he's going to get called for the foul.
So that's going to send Clarence Evans to the free throw line with 4 points. Chance to make it 5 and 6. Evans off the back iron.
And Evans gets that to go. Just over 3 minutes left to play here in the game. Romaine double teams, finds Nyman. Nyman gives it back to Romaine. Romaine steps up and gets it to go. Luzier.
Yeah, Luzier is just feeling it right now here in the second half. He's up to 14 points on the game.
Davis will tow for 3. No good. Hard off the back iron. Here comes Boxes. And an alley-oop to Luzier. It's no good.
The timing just quite wasn't there on the pass.
Beautiful move by Murphy to step around Nielsen. And then here comes Murphy picking the pocket of Nyman as he was unaware that Murphy was trailing back on D. Murphy will kick it to Evans. Evans will find the wide. Oh, and Soley with the rejection as Joe Rath thought he had a wide open shot at the hoop, but Soley comes flying in and sends it flying back out of bounds.
Yeah, Soley's athleticism actually bailed him out of that one. He lost his man there. You could see him right before that pass happened, looking and not knowing where his man was. The pass happened, he was open, but because Soley is so athletic and so quick, he's able to bail himself out on that one with the block.
And good closeout by Luzier to contest that inbound. And here comes Boxes on the steal.
All behind the back, almost lost it.
So he gets a Nyman toast for 3. Gotcha.
Now everybody's getting in the net action as Nyman hits that one. So Daniel Nyman with his first basket of the night.
Evans looking for anything. He's going to kick to the corner, and that 3-point is up and good. And that is Jackson Barlow on that conversion. And feed it down to Soley. Barlow working on Soley. Soley is going to kick it back out to the perimeter. Dribble drive by Luzier as he throws it up to Soley. Looking for the oop.
Kind of got it.
He kind of got it. Didn't get the royal flush, but hey, points are points.
Yep, points are points.
Evans toes it for 3. Hard off the iron. Solely on the board. Just under a minute to play. 106-68. Nielsen tries to feed it down low to Soley. Just a little bit over ahead of Soley, but good defense by Murphy. Stride for stride with Soley. And here comes Nyman. Great defense by Nyman and Luzier. Nielsen is going to lob it up for Luzier, but just hits through him. Here comes, and Murphy gets the board. 20 seconds left on the game clock. Down to Jackson Barlow trying to work his way into the post. And he'll lose it out of bounds, but it will retain CNCC basketball with 17.6 seconds remaining on the game clock. Oh, beautiful move right there by Roth to feed it down to Barlow.
It's stolen away by Murphy. CNCC playing till the very end. It goes out of bounds off of Murphy again.
So with 1.4 seconds remaining on the clock, 106-72, and the Badgers are going to walk away with a runaway victory here at home in Ephraim, Utah. 106-72, Badgers win.
Yeah, the Badgers did exactly what they were supposed to do tonight, Ben. They came out strong, you know, build a lead up, didn't let up, and just finished to the very end. So Snow College, the Badgers did what they needed to do. They took care of business, got the win, stayed atop the conference.
Yes, indeed, and with that, that wraps up Snow TV for the day. Once again, your final score, Snow College 106, CNCC 72. Join us next time on Tuesday when Snow College takes on College of Southern Idaho here on Snow TV.